Why would I like to meet my neighbors from the Falkland Islands? The shortest answer is to say that I would love to visit such an important place, but if I had to explain exactly why, words may not be enough. I went to a high school which was oriented towards naval education. It was the Liceo Naval Almirante Storni, and while I was there, these islands became a familiar word in my everyday life. I've learned a lot about them, and I've been taught to appreciate how valuable they are, not only for our history and culture, but for our sense of society too. It is a big dream of mine to get to know these islands, being there at least once in my life. Now I'm studying to be an interpreter and translator of English, so I also believe this would be an amazing opportunity to test myself, as well as sharing it through social media for other people to know. And so for all these reasons, I would love to have the opportunity of traveling there, breathing the air of these lands, meeting the local people, and getting to know their culture.
Hello there, my name is Belén. I am 20 years old and I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina. The reason why I'd love to meet my neighbours in the Falkland Islands is because, firstly, the island has a very special meaning for us in the history of our country's road to democracy. Actually, one of my relatives experienced it firsthand, so it means a lot for me to be that close to my country's legacy. What's more, since I study biology at university, visiting an island would be an utterly gratifying adventure. There are unique species as well as breathtaking landscapes. And lastly, I've been studying English for many years now, but never got the chance to go abroad. So personally, to finally get to travel and know their culture and customs will be absolutely rewarding. So, I hope to see you in January. Bye bye!
Hello, my name is Adriano Modarelli, and here are the reasons why I would like to meet my neighbors from the Falkland Islands. Well, to start with, it will give me the opportunity to experience real contact with a different culture, achieving an improvement in my English, and an opening of mind to new ways of living and thinking. Sightseeing around the Museum, Christchurch Cathedral, cemeteries and monuments would absolutely help me to build an excellent perspective of the island itself. That for me would be like a dream, as it is a place that I've always wanted to go and photograph. I'm a student of economics, so it would also increase my knowledge because I would get to learn about the resources, typical employment, and regional integration, which would give me an high-class superior view. And last but not least, as a photographer and active user of social media, the trip means using all my tools not only to practice but also to spread information, transmitting all the knowledge I will have got acquired from the island. I very much hope you have liked my video, and I will be more than grateful if I have the opportunity to visit the Falkland Islands. See you!
Hello, my name is Valentina and I am 19 years old. I love English, and that is why I am doing the English teaching training course in Lenguas Vivas Institute in Buenos Aires. Last year I had the opportunity to go to London and study there for a month. I experienced it firsthand how rewarding is meeting new people who have such a different culture from mine. I would love to go and visit my neighbors in the Falkland Islands. First of all, because I really enjoy learning about history and culture, and the islands are really important for the history of my country. I believe visiting the islands would be a great experience for me, not only because it is a beautiful place, but also it intrigues me a lot how people from the islands live and think. As a future English teacher, it would be really nice to share the experience with my students, the experience of visiting the islands and its people.
Hi, my name is Sol, and there are 5 main reasons why I would love to visit my neighbors in the Falkland Islands. Number 1, the knowledge gained from a cultural exchange like this is incomparable and cannot be gained in any other way. Number 2, I teach English to high school students, and we always teach culture, and they would benefit so much from this trip. I could tell them what I've learned. Number 3, I love history, I've always have, and the Falkland Islands represent part of my country's history, so actually being there would allow me to learn so much more about it. Number 4, I'm an extremely curious person about how people live in other territories, and I would love to visit my southern neighbors to learn how they live there. And number 5, I've seen the landscapes through pictures, but I would love to see them with my eyes because they're truly breathtaking. Thank you for taking this video into consideration. Bye!
Why would I like to meet my neighbors in the Falkland Islands? Well, first of all, I think it would be an incredible cultural exchange. Life in Argentina and in the UK is nothing alike. Our traditions are completely different, so I would love to talk with my neighbors at the Falkland Islands and learn about their traditions and also try to share mine, such as drinking mate, that is our most famous and known worldwide tradition. Also, I think that life on an island must be completely different to life here in the city. So I would love to try and understand what it's like and to hear what it feels like to live surrounded by water. And last but not least, I think that the Falkland Islands have a very important and special part both in Argentina and in the UK's history. So I would love to dig deeper on everything I ever learned and to talk with my neighbors about everything that ever happened on those islands.
My name is Elisa Gonzalez and I am an economics student from Rosario, Argentina. To answer this question, I may announce a couple reasons. To begin with, day-to-day life in one of the southernmost places on Earth has always triggered my interest. I've always thought of visiting the Falkland Islands as an experience enriched by my very own self-immersion on productive and economic topics concerning all British overseas territories. 2. As a world traveler from a very young age, I've shown special interest in telling stories through my camera lens and sharing them on my social media profiles, enabling people to get to discover new and remote places and cultures through their phone screens. 3. Being born and raised in Patagonia, I had consistently dreamt of having the possibility of discovering a so far yet so close land. I think that in order to understand territorialization processes, there is an absolute need of combining my undeniably Latin American point of view with the comprehension of the social, historical, and political courses of action which make the Falkland Islands another Patagonia in our very own unbeloved Patagonia. Meaning, getting to empathize with how our neighbors feel and perceive our shaky but close relationship over the past few decades.
Hello, my name is Juan Elman. I'm a journalist and a student of political science at the University of Buenos Aires. The reason I want to travel to Falkland Islands or the Islas Malvinas is because I think there is a story that was always badly told and deserves to be told well. I want to meet your people, your places. I want to listen to what they have to say. I'm passionate about stories and about politics. That's why I study political science. And I'm particularly interested in being able to visit one of the most, I would say, controversial places of our recent history. As a journalist, I always seek to, let's say, disarm narratives in the most humane way possible. I think that going to the place of the fact, talk to the people around, and focus my best, or try to do my best about capturing the atmosphere is the best way possible. I want to write a good story that escapes, as we say, the commonplaces and express color. I'm sure that there is something about the history of that place that escapes us, that goes beyond us, which is not well told, and I think that the best way to find it out is to see it with my own eyes.
Hi, my name is Facundo Heredia. I would like to meet my neighbors in the Falkland Islands because I'm deeply interested in affairs between Argentina and the UK. I'm convinced that the islands, Argentina and South America, have many common interests in commerce, energy and transport. So I would like to promote integration and mutual benefits of these topics. Secondly, by documenting this experience via social media, I would like to shut down ancient misconceptions about the relationships between Falklanders and Argentinians, and to contribute to dialogue and cooperation. To achieve these goals, I would like to use music, as I have been always passionate about bringing people together by spreading music, especially as a singer and a guitar player. So, my final wish is to build new bridges and work to assure that the ocean between the islands and Argentina unites more than it divides. Thank you.
I would like to meet my neighbors from the Falkland Islands, to learn about their culture, to taste their food, to see what they do on weekends, what activities they do to have fun, how they spend time with their families, learn about their traditions, and learn and see their history, and hear it from the people who lives there. But most importantly, I would like to meet my neighbors from the Falkland Island to show the people of my country how is the place, the beautiful landscapes they have, and how amazing the people who live there is, because I'm sure they are amazing.